moved around by other machines made in factories running on petroleum, that is then covered with dirt that's dug up from some other place in the world by machines made in factories running on petroleum, and then transported to that landfill and then covered up, again, by machines made in factories running on petroleum. And then it just sits there for, hundreds or potentially thousands of years as a toxic wasteland. So it's just a huge amount of wasted resources, including wasted land. And our whole life here is actually that way. Like, everything we're consuming is either grown by ourselves, harvested, or salvaged from a waste resource. And we're extremely committed to that. And we're doing that every single day, and that's part of how we can save, 350,000 pounds plus trash, waste from the landfill every year. So, I'm doing that regardless of steam. I was doing that years before steam, and I'm still doing that now. And all of this value that I get out of steam, yes, I've never powered down before. One day I will power down. And what I can guarantee you is that power down, if and when it happens, will be to feed people, be to house people, be to shelter people, be to educate people. And realistically, it will be to build, Eden 2.0, which is going to be better in every single way than what we're even doing here right now in the Garden of Eden. So that's really exciting. What that means is that not only am I doing something, really valuable for myself and many others, but really for the earth, for the world, for the ecosystem of Earth as a whole right now. And I'm only going to continue to do that, and I'm probably going to be doing that more and more so every day and every year, because that's the way that I live. So I see that this video is already 7 minutes, which is really quite long for most videos these days, for most vlogs. For me, it's not that long. I've really only just begun to scratch the surface of what I would love to be able to communicate and be able to share and be able to say. But I guess ultimately I started this video right now because what I want to say is that I really want to start doing a lot more vlogs, because I feel like I'm able to communicate a much greater depth, a much greater level of authenticity and realness and engagement through these vlogs, through what is able to come from me. I find a lot of disconnect by writing. For me, it's very unnatural. It really slows things down. I have to look at grammar, I have to look at spelling, I have to look at apostrophes, I have to look at, it's all the stuff that comes, the formatting, and all these things that come with making a sort of blog article type post. And I often, the posts often become more shallow, and I do feel honestly that my posts have a great amount of depth and purpose and value to them, but I feel like in comparison to the vlogs, they're lacking in that sort of real, authentic, experiential engagement that can come through these vlogs. So I really want to start doing these vlogs, and I really hope that people start to watch them. And the main reason why I've never really done much of them before until recently is that, Steemit traditionally has not been a video site. It's been very heavy article oriented. It's sort of wanting written word, sort of these long, extensive, blog writer type posts, and that's, sort of what's been read and, respected and supported. And so I've done that, but I feel like, Steemit is changing, and I feel like there's more room now for vlogs than ever. There's a lot of really successful people doing interviews and, documentaries. You got the Hard Fork series, which is super epic, and that's like Hollywood level production. Sci-fi thriller movie, super amazing. I'm super excited about that. So I think that the video element is getting more incorporated to Steemit on a regular basis, and I think that that's rightfully so. I mean, to me, it just seems that you know, the online content is going more and more video, more and more video. Video to me seems to be the way of the future. And even blogs, you know, which at one point in time were pretty, you know, sort of cutting edge and revolutionary, I think that's going to sort of decrease over time, and I think videos are going to become more and more and more and more popular. So for now, these videos aren't going to be too sophisticated. As you can see, I'm just recording this, you know, on a phone, on a smartphone, you know, by the fire. I don't have any proper lighting. I'm not going to do any editing. There's going to be no cuts in here. This is just going to be totally raw and real. So it's not really professional in that sense, but what I do love about it is that I feel like I'm bringing a really deep connection, a high level of authenticity to really share who I am and, you know, what I care about and the life that I'm living. And, you know, that's what I want to do. And I hope that that's of interest to you. You know, if it's not, I totally respect that. I don't try to change anybody. I don't believe that people should, you know, like me or believe me or agree with me or live the life that I live, and I'm not trying to do that. What I'm really trying to do is just be authentic and share what I feel to be of value. And I do genuinely believe that it's of value, not just to me, but to humanity and also to the world, to the ecosystem as a whole. You know, I'm speaking for the plants, I'm speaking for the birds, I'm speaking for the bugs. There's a lot of depth and purpose, a lot of consideration to my life. So I love you. I really appreciate you tuning in here if you're one of the few that do tune in. And this is what I'd like to start doing more of. So, you know, consider checking out my vlogs, consider giving them a go. Also, please give me some feedback, because I'm extremely capable of adaptation, and I have no problem with criticism as long as it's constructive criticism. If you can help me be better, if you can help me make better content, if you can help me serve you and the world and the betterment of the world more effectively, then I super welcome that. So, steamy blessings on a sub-zero night.